So today I was reading the book of First Peter chapter, I think chapter 3 verse 17. Yeah, 3 verse 17. And I discovered that you can suffer in two ways. You can suffer by obeying God, and you can still suffer by disobeying God. So you can suffer by doing His will, and you can also, on the contrary, you can also suffer by doing evil. And that is the system that governs the world, and I think that's how everything runs nowadays. So we can't do much about that. That is already written. It's already predetermined. So suffering is inevitable. Suffering is constant, especially being a Christian. So what you want to do is choose your suffering. Will it be as a result of obeying God? Or will it be as a result of disobeying God? So it's a challenge for us today, and the earlier you start, just adopting this system and just knowing that suffering is inevitable, that it'll be part of your life, the more resilient you become. And the more resilient you become in the suffering, and you're able to persevere and you endure more, the more the suffering will not be able to affect your faith, and it will not sway you away from God. But rather, the more you suffer, the more you will consider being close to God, because this is, you're suffering for righteousness. You're not suffering for disobeying God or for doing your own will. So, Christ was able to endure the suffering, which was too painful. We cannot even fathom it, because he knew that he was suffering for a good cause. He was suffering for a whole lot of people who had not even been born. He knew that that was fulfillment of God's will. I mean, doubt comes. Even, Jesus had to pray and ask God to take away the cup. But still, even if we suffer today, we should not allow the doubt to become too much so that it sways us away from God. But we should always pray, so that, because during the time of suffering, that is when we are most vulnerable, because we are thinking with our emotions, and we are looking at our situation as if it is the end of the world. By consistently maintaining prayer and staying in the company of believers, we can be able to persevere and endure more, because we know that we are suffering for Christ, and we know that our role model is watching us and is proud of what we're doing.